Achtung, baby.
What an epic track. I couldn't tell you when it plays. Wow. Anywho, hello. Hello and welcome. Welcome back. I hope, if you celebrated, you had a very merry crumbo. Yes. And Detective, thank you for resubscribing for 11 months. Thank you. Appreciate it. It is Palace Day. Hello. I didn't move my little indicator on my calendar. Yeah. Oh gosh. I still am using my, my extremely scuffed temporary setup for, holding my hand tracker. Because, well, quite frankly, I forgot to order the new thing, what with all of the hustle and bustle of the holiday season. And, you know, I say at the beginning of every year, every new year, that you know, this is gonna be the one, you know? This is gonna be the year that I get my shit together, you know? But hear me out. This year, 2025, that hurt to say, is gonna be my year for real. Because I have a plan. A very personal plan. I don't want to talk about it, but I have a plan. I have a plan to take with clear goals and definite action to be taking. It's gonna happen. I swear. It's gonna. I got this. You got this. We, collectively, we have got this. Thank you. 28. 28? Oh, God. No, the fact that it's 2025 is especially bad. For two reasons. One, this summer will mark the 10th anniversary of my high school graduation. And I'm not prepared to face that reality in which it's been 10 years since I graduated high school. I'm not ready for that. And furthermore, reason number 2, my older sister is turning 30 this year. 30. 3-0. That means that if she's gonna turn 30, then I'm gonna be 30 soon. And I don't like that. It is 3/10s. I dislike this development. But anyway, enough about that. 2025 is gonna be the year. That's my point. Is that 2025 is gonna be the year. It's gonna. I believe in myself. I believe in you. I believe in the collective we to make 2025 the year. The year of all years. Or at the very least, it's a year. It's gonna be a year. That's for damn sure, if nothing else. And I'm saying all of this now because, as I said last week, I don't currently have any plans to stream before the new year. But I will let you know if that changes. Yes. God, I looked over and I hate and love how accurate this hand tracking is because I looked over at my stream preview and saw myself fucking picking at my thumbnail my thumb cuticle rather. Like I'm not supposed to be doing but can't stop. I'm gonna get you, Mittens. I'm gonna get you. I need to add more things for you to spend all your points on. You probably have a lot at this point. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, hey, thanks. They will hydrate. And that's the thing, is that thank you. Is that when I'm not playing a game like Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. The lose the glasses thing is funny. It's good. It's a good bit and I like it. Eh. God. Now y'all are just spending points for the sake of spending them. Oh, big stretch. Huge stretch. Oh, okay. 07. Enjoy your time out, detective. But I suppose that can also be a goal of mine for the new year, is to... The only words my brain is giving me is take this whole streaming thing more seriously. Because I do, but it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. The long and short of it is that I need to commit to things. I suppose that is a good overall way to put my ambitions for the new year, is I need to commit to something. I need to make a plan and see it through. That, ultimately, is my goal. And I'm very bad at seeing through the plans that I make. So it'll be a fun adventure for everybody. Yippee! I was going to say there was something else I wanted to say, but now I don't remember. But then, you know what, detective? You're onto something there. That's gotta be a really long stick. But, I remembered the thing that I wanted to say, and it's no longer relevant. But I mean, all I was gonna say is that when I'm playing a game that doesn't depend entirely upon reading, such as Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, the remove the glasses is very is a very good bit and I enjoy it. But these games depend upon reading. And if I take off my glasses, we're just gonna sit here in silence for 5 minutes while I stare directly at the camera and invite you all to ponder, such as the get up and stretch chime. Which, well, you know what? No, it's the 11 o'clock one. It's the 11 o'clock one, and therefore I'm going to ignore it. So, previously on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. Oh god, so much has happened. So, we're doing a trial for our foster father, who is the leader of a revolution and allegedly killed the Minister of Justice for Kurain, the country that we're in. And also allegedly assassinated the Queen like 20 years ago. So that's why we're here in the courtroom, is that we're putting him on trial for his alleged crimes. However, our assigned prosecutor, Nayuda Sadmati, oh, I had a tickle in my nose like I was gonna sneeze, but it didn't happen. That sucked. Thank you. Right. Nayuda Sadmati, our foster father, Dirk Sadmati, is his dad. And the assassinated queen was his mom. And so the current queen, who is the previous queen's sister, came into the courtroom and she was like, "Your judgment is clouded. I'll take care of this myself." Whoosh! Evil villain anime transformation, and she's a vampire with floating hair, and turns out, gosh, wouldn't you know it, before she was the queen, she was a prosecutor. Isn't that so fucking funny? Isn't that just goddamn hilarious? So she takes over as the prosecutor. Yeah. She takes over the prosecution, and we go through all of the stuff, all the things. We're like, oh, but this and then that, and a lot of things don't make sense. And so, after a long and convoluted process of logic, we come to the conclusion that Dirk Sadmati has been dead for days. And the guy that we arrested and have been the guy that came to the States to help us get this magical orb was, in fact, Maya Fey, who was channeling his spirit. And then they came back to Kurain, and he was ejected out of Maya's body and was then channeled by the former queen, who is actually still alive, and was masquerading herself as Princess Rafa's beloved servant lady caretaker, Nana, Banana, Lady Banana, to keep her close, to, protect her, so she doesn't get attempted assassinated again. Hi, Jen. So, the former queen, who was supposedly dead, does a magical girl transformation and reveals herself to still be alive here in the courtroom. Oh my goodness, isn't that amazing? Wait a minute, what was that sound? Oh god, she's been shot. That's where we left off. And it's just, so much has happened, and I feel like that's a pretty decent summary of events, except there's still so much that I didn't mention, and I feel like if I start now, we won't get to the video game, because I'll just perish. Yeah, sure. That's definitely the case, which is why they cut to commercial with a to be continued. Oh, and she was gonna tell us the truth of what happened to Justice Minister Inga. And oh my goodness, wouldn't you know it, one of the current queen's secret police, who are ridiculously dedicated to her, fucking up and shot her and was like, "Did you see that, my queen? I did it! I got her! Wow!" Meanwhile, the queen is just standing there all imperious, like, mm-hmm. So. So that's the long and short of it. Mostly the long of it. Anyway. My hands were never the problem. It was the little tracker that I use, the thing that I was using to hold it, because it's hanging around my neck. It's hanging around my neck, and the thing that I was using to hold it broke last week, like 2 seconds before stream, which is always great. And so I'm using a very scuffed replacement until I can figure something else out. May 19th, High Court of Kurain, accused lobby. We're lucky the ambulance made it in time. But we've been forced into a recess for now while things get straightened out. I can't believe what just happened. Tell me about it. Do you think Garan put that guard up to it? If she did, she's going to regret it. No one gets away with something like that on my watch. Oh, hey, Rafa. Poor Queen Amara. Your benevolence? Any news on her condition? She is undergoing surgery at the hospital as we speak. They are giving her a 50-50 chance of survival, though. That Garan! Justice will be served! Why? Why did this happen? Oh, just as we were finally reunited. Oh, Queen Amara. What was that about being reunited? Oh, it's nothing. Right. How are you, Hornhead? Dirk Sodmati was your father in all but blood, after all. Thank you for your concern, your benevolence. But I'm fine. He lied. Right now, we still have a trial to see through. So that's what I'm going to stay focused on. Hornhead, you are sturdier than your stature lets on. Hey! Just don't overdo it, okay, Apollo? Dirk, that was a real shocker, all right. Can't believe the dragon is dead. Dats. Say, AJ, I was wondering, when Dirk disappeared after I freed him, that's because Amara turned back into herself, right? Yeah, I suppose so, but I don't know if it was because Dirk's spirit willed it, or if it was a part of Garan or Amara's plan. Man, our dream of revolution. Yeah, they talk of revolution, spoke of revolution. Here it was, they lit the flame. Now what are we gonna do? Is this it? Don't give up yet. There is a very good chance that Garan is the real culprit in all this. And if we can prove her guilt in court... Hey, you're right! That could be just the push we need! The dream lives on! Yes, it does. You know what that means, AJ? The fate of the revolution rests squarely on your shoulders! No pressure! All in a day's work. Who am I kidding? That's a ton of pressure. This is what Dirk gave his life for, so I have to do this for him. The Honorable Rebel Dirk Sadmati. I would have loved to have spoken with him while he yet lived. Really? Why not? I mean, he seems like quite an interesting man. Did she bump her head or something earlier? The trial is about to resume. The defense is to report to the courtroom at once. Already? After what just happened? The first thing Garan will do is respond to that last accusation. So you'd better stay on your toes, Apollo. I will, Mr. Wright. Ready or not, Garan, here comes justice. May 19th, High Court of Kurain. God, just look at her. Ugh! Now then, let us resume today's proceedings. Huh? What? Oh, I see. Where's Nayuda? He's probably at the hospital with his mom. I must offer my apologies. I never imagined a royal guardsman would do such a thing. What? He wasn't acting under your orders? How dare you cast such suspicions upon Her Eminence? It is quite all right, Your Majesty. Suspicion is only natural under such circumstances. But rest assured that he acted alone, for I knew nothing of his plans. I don't believe that for a second. Now then, Your Majesty, regarding the murder of my husband, Minister Inga, I would like to offer a new possibility. A new possibility, you say? Indeed, for during the break, the real killer confessed to me. What? Bailiff called the witness to the stand. The real killer confessed? What's she got up her sleeve this time? I have a really bad feeling about this. Wait. No. No, you fucking... You goddamn martyr. Not even a martyr, a puppet. He's the one who confessed? Prosecutor Sadmati, you're the real killer. I questioned him during the recess as I felt that Amar had been covering for someone. So it was that he finally confessed his crime to me. Nayuda, you didn't really do it, did you? Her Eminence speaks the truth. Ooh, good point, Detective. Yeah, it was totally him. Bang bang, guilty. Gimme, 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 gimme. It was I who killed Justice Minister Inga. Nayuda! Peace! Prosecutor Sadmati, are you absolutely certain about this? A confession of this nature is grave indeed. Yes, I am certain. For I killed him by my own hand. At last, the real killer has been revealed. How are we supposed to respond to this? Nayuda, retract your confession, now! Mr. Justice, it is not yet time for your cross-examination. Who cares about that? Admit it, it was Queen Garan who put you up to this. She forced you into giving a confession, didn't she? You are out of line, Mr. Justice. Learn some self-restraint. But... Or do you have something that might prove that I did not commit this murder? That is... What do you think you're doing, you idiot? Truly, the truth can set us free. Looks like Garen got to him somehow. I definitely didn't see this coming. I kinda did, but also not really. Nayuta, why are you doing this? Why would you sacrifice even your life to do Garen's bidding? Whatever the case may be, Prosecutor Sadmati, your testimony, please. Nayuta's confession. I could not remain silent while Her Eminence fell under suspicion for this crime. It was I who murdered Justice Minister Inga. He had to die for the future of Kurain. I consider it divine judgment cast upon a fiend who sought to assassinate our monarch. My mother was simply covering for me. I am ashamed I let her go so far for my sake. You do understand what you're doing, right, Nayuta? You're sentencing yourself to death if you're found guilty. If that is the court's verdict, then so be it. I must obey the law above all else. The law, Nayuta, or the Queen?
Objection!
Enough. This blather has nothing to do with the witness's testimony. Please address any issues you may have during the cross-examination, defense. Oh, I will. I'm gonna blow his problematic testimony to smithereens. Boom, boom. Hey.
Hold it!
You kept quiet all this time, even though you were the real killer? Yes, and I accept that what I have done can never be forgiven. But I never imagined suspicion would fall upon the Queen herself. Prosecutor Sadmati has placed the future of our kingdom above his own life. He is taking responsibility for his crime and is showing his loyalty to Queen and country. Without a monarch on the throne, Kurain would be plunged into chaos. I could never wish that upon my homeland. That is why I had to let the truth be known. What a bunch of baloney! I'm going to ask you again, Nayuta. Did you really kill Minister Inga? Yes. No matter how many times you ask, Mr. Justice, the truth is immutable.
Hold it!
It's not too late! You can still retract your confession before the verdict is rendered. There is no retracting the truth. One either tells it or does not tell it. It is that simple. Why do you always have to be so stubborn, Nayuta? I hate how you never listen to reason once you get like this. I think we'll need some evidence before we can get him to retract his confession. Either that, or we'll have to force a retraction out of him by appealing to what's in his heart. Blood? It's not going to be easy either way. Prosecutor Sadmati, what was the motive for your crime? I had reason enough to kill Minister Inga.
Hold it!
What do you mean by that? Minister Inga was planning to assassinate Her Eminence in a coup d'etat. I had to nip this evil in the bud, even if it cost me the purity of my soul. So you're saying the death of another is a reasonable price to pay to protect the Queen? Long have we remained independent under the authority of our spirit medium queens. We command the people's awe and respect with the power to commune with the dead. Without such a monarch, our kingdom would lose its standing in the world. But if spirit channeling is so important, why did you have Queen Amara perform the rite? I'm afraid my elder sister is quite capricious. She would fulfill her duty only when the desire struck, as sporadic as that was. It was, therefore, something she did on a whim. There was no meaning behind it. A meaningless whim. It's hard to press a statement like that. Now, if I may return to my testimony.
Hold it!
Divine judgment? Yes, I rendered judgment upon the minister on behalf of the Holy Mother. Are you saying the Holy Mother guided you? No, Her Holiness would never condone killing in her name, regardless of circumstances. As such, I believe my defiled soul will be damned to hell. But I do not regret what I have done. I willingly sacrificed my soul to protect this kingdom's future. Snap out of it already, Nayuda. So his motive comes from a place of faith, huh? Why does that sound completely credible when it's coming from him? Well, Amara expressed a similar motive. As for her mercifulness, she is truly deserving of her title.
Hold it!
So you killed Minister Inga, and Queen Amara staged the crime. Is that how it went? Precisely. My mother is as clever as she is kind. She sought to conceal my crime by taking all of the guilt upon herself. Yet another lie. I need to poke a hole in his testimony. But how? Nayuda, could it be you? You didn't realize that Nena was actually Queen Amara, your own mother. That is not as strange as you might think. Much time had passed since we last met, after all. Right. 23 years ago, was it? When Dirk saved her after the supposed assassination attempt? No, Mr. Justice. It was 15 years ago that Dirk abducted my mother. Huh? That's weird. Are you sure about that? Suddenly that makes a lot more sense. Okay. I remember it clearly. I was around 10 years old at the time. Now, Yuta, please add that last statement to your testimony. I was reunited with my mother, Queen Amara, 15 years ago when Dirk abducted her.
Hold it!
15 years ago, huh? That's around the time I left for the US. What happened after Dirk helped Queen Amara escape? Agents of the Crown pursued us relentlessly. So we had to live a life on the run. Mr. Justice, know that Dirk sent you away so that you would not be caught up in the life we led. I see. Thanks. I can't believe it's been 15 years. Apollo, there's something about Nayuta's testimony. Yeah, that discrepancy's a bit hard to miss. What could it mean? Nayuta got to meet his mother, back when Dirk rescued her. That's what he's saying. News to me, though. I had already been sent away by that point. Okay, now that I've dragged more testimony out of him, what can I do with it? Do I do this? Is this the answer? Objection, then who the fuck was this baby? I'm gonna do the first big objection of the night on one that I'm more confident about.
Objection!
Alrighty. You're saying that Dirk made off with Queen Amara 15 years ago. But that's strange, because I heard something very different from Dirk. He said that they ran off together 23 years ago. That is impossible. I know for a fact it was 15 years ago. Well, I have evidence that contradicts your statement. How do you explain this photo? Dirk said it was taken 23 years ago. He said that. He did, but if we take what you just said as fact, then there's something in this photo that doesn't make any sense. This isn't making any sense to me, so I suppose I should ask. What does not make any sense if the photo is only 15 years old? Mr. Babu.
Take that!
Nayuda, this discrepancy may not be directly related to this case, but I don't think we can simply overlook it either. Dirk said the baby in the photo was you. Did he say that? I don't think he said that. But that doesn't make any sense if the photo's only 15 years old. After all, you said you were around 10 then, right? He's definitely sweating bullets over there. Over something. Apollo, if this baby isn't Nayuda... Wait, you don't think... Did Queen Amara have another child while she was on the run? What? Ooh. And just what if that child were being held hostage? Nayuda, is that why you obey Queen Garad's every command? You presume too much. Ah, and that's why Queen Amara was trying to take the rap as well. To protect this other child. A child born 15 years ago. They would have to be someone who's around 14 or 15 years old now. Just really hammer it home for me, thank you. This is just a guess, but I believe I know someone who fits the bill. This also explains this strange behavior. This is the child who was born to Dirk and Queen Amara 15 years ago! Trucy Wright! All those strange statements she kept making, now they all make sense. Now I see, Nayuda, why you do what you're told. The other child born to Dirk and Queen Amara was... Mr. Justice, I believe I know what you are about to say. But I cannot allow you to name an innocent soul as the child of terrible sinners. I thought you might try to stop me. After all, simply revealing this information endangers who you've been trying to protect. I think this should make it clear what I'm talking about. This is the chink in your armor, the reason why you fear for your sibling's reputation. Oh.
Take that!
And that is... a file full of information that Dirk collected on what happened 23 years ago. Of particular note right now is what's written, The sins of the father are visited upon his children. This deeply held idea is why you were expelled from the royal family. Which means it wouldn't bode well for your sibling either. If she were revealed to be Dirk's daughter. Well, they were married. They were super married. You became a prosecutor to bring down Queen Garan. But at some point you came to serve the very regime you despised. And that was because the Queen found this chink in your armor. That's how she came to use your sister against you. Nayuta, have you been keeping this secret all this time? Have you been trying to protect me? You are an innocent party to all this. I live only to safeguard the law and serve the country and queen from which it flows. One such as you, who is destined to ascend to the throne, need not fret over one such as I. No, I cannot accept that. What you say it's malarkey. Don't you even care what happens to you? Before country, queen, law, and everyone's future, my personal feelings are of no consequence. That is why I resigned myself to my fate. I know I must accept the status quo without any thoughts of change. Spoken like a true prosecutor and patriot. I shall continue to rule Kurain until the day Rafa succeeds me, for that is what is best for our kingdom. I know, Your Eminence. Yours is no small sacrifice. But I promise you this, in exchange for your life, the child shall remain safe, and the kingdom shall prosper. That is all I can ask for with my meager existence. Counterpoint. This lady is a two-faced bitch, and once you're dead, there's literally nothing stopping her from just You know what? You have a point, detective. Nayuta, is this really the new you? The new Yuta? I'm sorry. Resigning yourself to the will of another and killing any hope you held for the future. No. The Nayuta I knew would never let himself be turned into this. Now, Your Majesty, if you would hand down your verdict.
Objection!
You can say you're simply accepting your fate, Nayuta, but I know that deep down there is still hope in your heart. Oh, Holy Mother, preserve me. It's the kind of hope that perseveres through the most desperate of times. And it's what binds you, me, and Dirk together as a family. I know because this has demonstrated to me that you haven't lost all hope yet. Not my badge, but this badge!
Take that!
When you interrogated Dirk, you confiscated all of his possessions as potential evidence. All except this. Thank you. So tell me, Nayuta, why didn't you take his badge? You couldn't bear to take it from him, could you? And I know why. It's because this badge means something special to us. Hey, Dirk, why do you still wear your badge? You're not a lawyer anymore, right? This badge is my heart and soul, son. I'll never stop trying to realize my dream. Not until my very last breath. And then even beyond that. A dragon never yields. A dragon never yields, right? Exactly. Nayuta, Apollo, I vow to restore Kurain's legal system to its rightful state one day. I want to pass on to you a world where you can live free from the fear of tyranny. You may say you've given up, but that's not how it really is it? You never gave up, and you never will because you still believe that all of the wrongs will be righted someday, don't you? Take the glove off, take the glove off, take the glove off, take the glove off. That's a lot of dots. Take the glove off. You are very perceptive, Mr. Justice. It may very well be as you say. Why did I not confiscate this badge? Even I did not know. Until now. Perhaps I was waiting for him to save me. Save you? Yes, save me. Like he did on that day. Someday, we would come and free our family from the chains of the past. Perhaps, deep down, that is what I believed. I believed in Dirk, our father. You keep saying past tense. Is it because he's dead, or... Nayuta, I knew you, however, it was but a dream. And now that dream has died. Murdered along with Dirk. So now, as the eldest, the responsibility falls squarely onto me. No matter the cost, I must protect her. Please try to understand, Apollo. Understand why I shall bear all this sin. It is the only way. But...
Such insolence!
You have wasted more than enough of my time, lawyer. Do you not see the futility of your desperate floundering? The immutability of his duty? It is time to accept defeat. Now watch as the hammer of justice comes down upon your dear brother. Your Majesty, the verdict, if you will. Yes, Your Eminence.
Objection!
Wait a second. What do I do? Does the defense wish to raise an objection? That is what I said. There's gotta be some way to save Nayuta. Apollo? It all goes back to that incident 23 years ago. It's branded him the son of a criminal. So if we could once and for all prove that Dirk didn't try to assassinate Amara, right, Nayuta and Rafa's father would no longer be viewed as a criminal. But I thought there wasn't any evidence left. because it was all destroyed in the fire. And Dirk investigated the matter for years but never managed to learn anything new. Really? Nothing at all? Could an exceptional lawyer like Dirk try that long and really uncover nothing at all? He had over 2 decades, Apollo. Huh? He's right. I doubt Dirk would have gone to his grave without discovering something new. He must have secretly planted something to topple Garon with somewhere. Take another look at the evidence. Oh, I already know. We just might find what we need to break out of this situation with in there. Got it. If the defense is done stalling for time, I shall now render my verdict. No, wait. About the assassination attempt 23 years ago. The defense has some new information it would like to share. You do? While we had intended to deliberate that case in the course of this trial, Dirk, did you leave something behind for me? Is there some connection I'm missing here? Maybe you're missing it, but you're really like, oh gosh, there has to be something. I've already got it. Was it very obvious and they're just pontificating for no reason, or am I like a super genius? I don't know. Very well then. What is the source of your new information about the case from 23 years ago? My badge!
Take that!
Not my badge. A photograph. Yes. It makes me laugh. Yes. Do you recall the traveling musician who died in that fire 23 years ago? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Could anyone forget such a painful chapter in our history? The poor fellow was caught up in the blaze that was meant for Queen Amara. We never knew his identity, though, as his belongings were burnt to ashes. All about that. The truth is, he was my biological father. Oh. What? Why, of course, with his photo and her benevolence. Exactly. We might be able to prove Dirk completely innocent. And that would free her from the infamy of having criminal blood in her veins. Because here in Kurain, we can witness the final memories of the dead. What utter nonsense. And also we could channel him. Well, in theory. There was no evidence left in the wake of that blaze. That's what you think. But Dirk went to the ends of the earth to bring this little souvenir back for us. He did. Specifically, he went to Europe. Yep, and boy is it the best piece of evidence ever! He knew that with it, we'd finally be able to conclusively settle the matter here in court. And save his children. Your Majesty, the defense requests that we hold a divination seance for this new victim.
Objection!
What a waste of time. The events of 23 years past have already been deliberated at length.
Objection!
But wasn't Dirk on trial for that incident as well today? So, we wouldn't be doing our jobs if we failed to look into this new lead, would we? As the presiding judge, I will now share my thoughts on the matter. The attempted assassination of Queen Amara is a case we can ill afford to leave open. And I believe that the final memories of the victim will prove to be very important. Therefore, it is the opinion of this court that we should conduct another divination seance. Why, Your Benevolence. If you knew the full name of the victim seen in this photo, you'd be able to perform a divination seance, right? Of course. Leave it to me. Thank you. My father's full name is... Jove justice. By Jove, he's got it! All right. Oh boy, we get to dance again. Now, your benevolence, please commence the divination seance when you are ready.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
I'm always early. Whoosh. Aw, little baby Apollo. Oh god. Oh, we were dropped! Oh no! Oh no! We were dropped as a baby! Oh god, no! He does have the horn, and that is important, but oh my god, we were dropped as a baby! Oh no! Oh no! Oh boy. Oh gosh. Okay. Ahem. The spirit of the victim has granted us a window into his final moments. It would appear the divination seance was a success. Oh, buddy. So those were my father's final moments. That baby we saw must have been you, Apollo. I will now decipher the experience of the deceased. Are you ready, Hornhead? Yes, please proceed. Very well. Here are my interpretations of the facts as gleaned from the seance vision. That's true. Well, we don't know that for sure, Detective. Rafe's insight. Someone attempted to assassinate Queen Amara by setting her residence ablaze. Hornhead's father happened to stop by and was knocked out by the assassin. Dirk's fingerprints were discovered on the lighter found at the scene of the crime. That is how he was determined to be the assassin. Hornhead's father tried to save his son, but sadly he perished in the attempt. You could at least use my name. That's true. That's also true, Detective. That is everything the deceased experienced in his final moments. My father's final memories. They're right here for everyone to see, but can any of them unlock the truth behind what happened 23 years ago? Okay. Okay, yeah. Hang on. Oh, that is a... up by the top of her head. That gray shape. I didn't know what that was. It's a cup or whatever that's been knocked over. Carry on. He's eating glass without the gullet. Anyway. Okay. She's still there. Ouch, oof, owie, my bones. Drop the baby. Oopsie poodles. Throw the lighter. Wait! Oh, I saw that. Run that by me again. Ooh, that's a hand wearing a glove. 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 I don't know if it's what they want from me right now, but that's a hand wearing a glove.
Objection!
Music stopped. Dirk's fingerprints were discovered on the lighter that was found at the crime scene. However, it is a hand wearing a glove. I'm so glad you asked. The hand holding the lighter in the seance vision appears to be gloved. I am also surprised it was that easy. Ah, I believe you're right. What could this mean? It calls into question whether the hand in the vision really was Dirk's. If only we could make out the details a little better. Very well. I will attempt to focus a bit more on what the deceased saw. Perhaps that will help refine the seance vision. I finally understand this refinement thing. I was like, well, why doesn't she just refine it from the start every time? Ooh! Oh, we know that wrist thingy. But I understand now, I think I understand now, that she can only enhance one sense at a time. Oh baby, we know that wrist cuff. Still, what significance could that have? It means that Dirk's fingerprints got on the lighter at some other time. Somebody could have even put them there after the fire.
Objection!
All you have is pure speculation, while the fact remains that they are his fingerprints. Therefore, it stands to reason that Dirk was the one who used the lighter.
Objection!
Nuh-uh. It just means I have to prove that the figure in the vision is someone else. Using the information in my father's final memories. Either way, it seems that I must revise my insights. Bobbing. Okay, she's updated her insights. Time to go over them and see if there are any new inconsistencies to be found. I know what to do, but I want to watch the whole thing again with the enhanced sight to see if there's anything else. At least I think the whole thing is more enhanced. And drop the baby. Yeah. Bleh. Is the whole thing enhanced, or is it just that one little part? I don't know. Here, okay. I was too excited about my discovery to do it for the last one. Objection!
Objection!
Wait, then this means that the real culprit is... The figure in this vision is clearly not Dirk. The distinctive band around their wrist gives their true identity away. Ah! That design! It can't be. That's so true, Matthew. Whose hand was captured in the seance vision? Yeah, this shit right here. That photo. So you do believe the culprit to be... It's literally undeniable. Justice Minister Inga had cuffs with the exact same pattern on them, and they're like... They mentioned at some point that... They're like... Special... They're special boy cuffs that only the Justice Minister can wear. You're referring to the cuffs of justice, correct? Yeah, that. Yes, I hear they're a traditional part of a Kuraini's Justice Minister's attire. Except he wasn't the Justice Minister at the time. He wasn't the Justice Minister at the time. The Queen was. The current Queen, Garan. Ooh. Gotti. Get busted, bitch. But what does this tell us? What do you mean? What does it It tells us that the figure in the vision is none other than Kurain's late Minister of Justice, Inga Karkul Kurain. No, not my father. So he plotted the assassination of the former queen as well as the current one. Justice Minister Inga. So then Dirk's innocent of both charges. The Defiant Dragons, they've been right all along. Nayuda? What you've proposed is not possible, Apollo. For back then, Inga Karkul Kurain was not the Minister of Justice. What? The Justice Minister 23 years ago was... You, Queen Garan. What? Alright, she served as the Minister of Justice before succeeding the throne. I like to think that Phoenix is just extremely casual about all this. Like, oh yeah, you did mention that. Oh, that's right. I guess she also prosecuted the assassination attempt 23 years ago as one. Everybody get... I don't have a segue. Everybody get up and stretch with the get up and stretch chime. And yes, she did prosecute the assassination attempt. She prosecuted the legal team for the assassination of the Queen was on the defense, her husband, who was accused of starting the fire, and on the prosecution, her sister. I'm sure that's fine. So then, the figure in this vision is actually... Your Eminence. It's you, isn't it? This is madness! Why would Her Eminence do such a thing? Because she would ascend to the throne. She wanted to usurp the throne from her sister Amara. That's why she tried to assassinate her. I find this all very hard to swallow. Your Eminence, are you the one responsible for tearing my family apart? And was it you who killed my father? Well, Your Eminence, I'm asking you a question.
Such insolence!
Peasants. Always carrying on about things of no import. You do not deny it then. You concealed the truth and used me for your own designs. Oh, Nayuda, spare me your feeble-minded line of questioning. Even if Dirk were cleared of all charges, it shall still be I who decides Rafa's fate. You do wish for her to be queen someday, do you not? Remember, the child lives only by my good graces. Now kneel before me and fulfill your end of the bargain by offering me your head. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Your Eminence, I am done heeding your commands. Yes! Yes! Even as you used my sister against me, I still believed you. I believed that protecting your secrets was in the best interest of this kingdom. But you have been deceiving me all the while. And you're surprised by this? Nayuda. Nayuta, you dare defy me. Your Eminence, throw your anal beads at her. Throw your anal beads at her. Gender wins. Your Eminence, I can turn the other cheek no more. Therefore, I hereby retract my confession in the murder of Justice Minister Inga. Retract, you say? Dirk, the final piece of evidence you left behind, has released Nayuda from his suffering. And now, he's finally free. Do it! Come on! In all this time, not once did I reflect on my own conduct, for I had believed all was fate. Lost in my own sense of resignation, I was unable to wake from my despair. But you, Apollo, you have awakened me with your demonstration of our Father's creed. Say the line!
A dragon never yields.
Yay! Yay! Good boy. Excellent work. Yay! Yay! Yes! I will carry on Dirk's legacy and fulfill his dream. Hear me, Garon. I will cast you down from your bloody throne. Long live the revolution. Yes! Insolent fool. Now even you prattle on about revolution. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Would you look at that? Well, Apollo, it seems we're finally making some headway down the road that Dirk carved out for us. Just like, oh, that's neat. I love this. I love this. I love this headcanon of mine that Phoenix is just extremely casual about all of this. Like, oh, hey, how about that? That's neat. We do have the magical crystal ball, that's true. Yeah. Now if we could just prove Garon's guilt, we could continue on down that road towards the revolution Dirk dreamed of. Your Eminence, you have been accused of the crime committed 23 years ago. Would you like to say anything in your defense? Not so fast, Your Majesty. For the cuffs could have been stolen and used without my knowledge. Or were they? So you see, they can hardly be considered proof of anything. Why, I believe you're right. But we know she's guilty. Well, lawyer, is there any other evidence you would have me refute? Unfortunately, this photo was the last piece of evidence Dirk left for me. So as far as evidence goes, I've got nothing else regarding that case from the past. However, now that Prosecutor Sadmati has retracted his confession, we'll have to re-deliberate the current case from scratch. Yes, the defense speaks the truth. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Even though it is clear who the guilty party is. Queen Garon. The defense accuses you of the murder of Justice Minister Inga Karkul Kurain. But do you have any evidence, defense? I'm working on it. Evidence that will prove Garon was the killer? There is still one more avenue for us to explore, Mr. Justice. There is? Minister Inga's final memories. In them, the minister's killer posed as Dirk. Therefore, one must ask, how did the killer dispose of their disguise? Hey, you're right. A lot of blood would have spattered onto the killer, so the blood-soaked clothes would have to have been dealt with somehow. English is stupid. If they're still around somewhere, then...
Objection!
I was wondering what absurd idea you would concoct next. Clothing can be disposed of most anywhere. I doubt you could find them now. Translation: I got rid of them.
Objection!
Then you don't know us very well. Your benevolence? Yes? On the day of your father's murder, you had been watching the courtyard from 2 p.m. Now, during that time, you saw Queen Garon, did you not? True. Yes, I did. I saw my mother entering the palace from the courtyard. But I was told not to mention it because it had nothing to do with my father's murder. Rayfa, you would not dare. When the queen headed into the palace, did she have Dirk's clothes in her possession? No, she did not. So, maybe she disposed of them somewhere in the courtyard.
Objection!
The police did a thorough sweep of the area following the crime, but they did not find anything resembling Dirk's clothes. But you knew that already, didn't you, prosecutor? Yes, I admit no clothing was found. So you admit that you were merely speculating, chasing phantoms and delusions of evidence that never existed. This makes no sense. Clothing doesn't just disappear like that. If Garin wasn't carrying any clothes, she must have gotten rid of them somewhere. Somewhere where she thought they'd never be found. Are they in the coffin again? Where they'd never be found, huh? I believe Dirk's clothes were hidden here? I'm a little lost. They have to be in the tomb, right?
Take that!
The tomb? You believe the clothing was hidden there? Yes, it's the only place it can be. Oh my goodness. Where in the tomb do you believe the clothes were hidden? Is it the sarcophagus again? The broken thingy? Yes. Right? Yes, we did. That was broken when Inga shot Dirk.
Take that!
It has to be the sarcophagus. Of course, that makes perfect sense. The clothes weren't simply hidden, they were returned to where they belonged. Ugh. And by that you mean... the killer would have had to get Dirk's clothes from somewhere. Luckily, they were right there. Yes, of course. At the time of the minister's murder, Dirk's body was already in the sarcophagus. Oh yeah, and how about that? A suspicious bloodstain on the arm. So the killer could have simply borrowed his clothes. Right. Before the minister entered the tomb, the killer put on Dirk's clothes, and then hid behind the curtain above the sarcophagus. And after the minister was killed, Dirk's clothes were returned to his body.
Objection!
So what? This is still all speculation. We know not whether those clothes were actually used in the murder. Therefore, you cannot prove that they are somehow connected to this case.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong, but I believe you already knew that. These clothes were definitely used during the minister's murder because of this! Well, bam!
Take that!
The bloodstains on Dirk's chest are no doubt the result of being shot by the minister. However, that doesn't explain everything. There's also some blood spatter extending from his left elbow to his abdominal area. I believe this blood spatter came from... Rafa.
Take that!
If the killer wore these clothes during the murder, then the blood spatter must have come from Minister Inga. I had thought it was all Dirk's, but that makes sense. Only one way to be sure, though. Let's get those stains analyzed right away. Indeed, this may be the conclusive evidence we need to prove the Queen's guilt.
Objection!
You cannot prove it was I who hid those clothes. They could very well have been hidden by a third party. But could they really? No, they cannot, because the sarcophagus is locked. I'd say the possibility of someone other than Garin hiding the clothes does not exist. No, it's just not possible. Your Eminence, I recall you saying the following. The key to Amar's sarcophagus is under the protection of the royal family. That was your own testimony, word for word. Why, you insolent. Admit it. Only you could have hidden Dirk's clothes after they were used in the murder. And that means you're the one who killed Justice Minister Inga. Insignificant worm. You dare accuse me, the ruler of Kurain. Do not think for one moment that...
Objection!
I'm afraid such arguments are invalid here in this sacred hall, Your Eminence. Because even monarchs aren't above the law. Say that. I'm waiting... She's just gonna open the book, write in it with her fingernail. New law. Monarchs are above the law. It's the end of the line for you, Queen Garan. Time to come down from that lofty throne and face justice! Ah. It's a lot of dots. Me? Face justice? Surely you jest. You are in no position to force my hand, lawyer. Oh? Surely you haven't forgotten about the Defense Culpability Act? Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. Oh no. Nayuda. In short, should I be convicted of murdering my husband, your dear brother, who delivered false testimony in my defense, shall also be found guilty. What? That can't be. Can it? By delivering false testimony in the course of protecting a guilty party, he would certainly be judged by this court as having supported a criminal. The Defense Culpability Act would most definitely come into play. But that law is so broad that anyone could be convicted under it. When it comes to the DC Act, even I am conflicted. And yet, as it currently stands, it is the law of the land. And as you said earlier, no one is above the law. Of all the absurd things I've seen, this law really takes the cake. Now what? What can we even do at this point? You need not look so forlorn. Dirk has been cleared of all charges. So let us leave all thoughts of the real killer and revolution in the past where it belongs. She wants us to just let her off scot-free? And yet, I don't see any other choice. We cannot yield to her here, Apollo. If it will move the revolution forward, I will gladly face the DC Act. Dude, you just want to die. You just want to die. This is twice now that you've been like, no, kill me. Oh, kill me instead. No, me. My dude. Now do it. Accuse Queen Garan of the crime she has committed. But
Such insolence!
what you speak of is not revolution. Our kingdom will not function without its sovereign. And Rafa cannot ascend to the throne, for she is as yet incapable of channeling spirits. Thus, to accuse me is to wish destruction upon our fair kingdom, you terrorist. Terrorist? If you would still insist on accusing me, then as ruling sovereign of Kurain, I proclaim the following. All who imperil the crown, no matter the reason, shall be subject to immediate execution upon the Queen's orders. What? Immediate execution? Do you still not comprehend? Then let me be clear. For the sake of this kingdom's future, and in accordance with the laws of Kurain, I command that you be put to death at once. Well then. What the? Isn't this going a bit too far? Why is the Garant Royal Guard? They were on standby in case of an attack by foolishly optimistic terrorists. Now, if you would continue to oppose me, the very embodiment of the law, then under my regal authority you shall all be put to death. Honestly, I was pretty close with my laugh.
Objection!
Oh, come on! This is insane, even for you! You can't possibly get away with something like this. This is a court of law. You can't just order our execution without due process.
Hold it!
Now look, Apollo, truth and due process are certainly important, but so is your life. So think before you speak again. But... Please, Apollo, do not make this any worse than it already is. I cannot lose you to the Twilight Realm, too. Oh, baby. What am I supposed to do? How do I win against an opponent that can rewrite the law as she sees fit? How can I ever bring her to justice? Is this really how it all ends? It is your life or your accusation, lawyer. You cannot hope for both. It is time to cease this insanity. What do I do? Should I Should I accuse her? Should I accuse her? Now let's just give up. Should I just give up? No, I can't do that. Not now. Illusion of choice. Boo! 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 That only leaves me with one choice. I know what I have to do. Mr. Wright, you know that saying you're constantly reminding me and Athena of? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Get ready to smile real big, my dude. You never fail to surprise me, Apollo. And Nayuta, you know that creed we've known ever since we were kids? Aw, you didn't voice it. A dragon never yields. Apollo? They are not merely words. They are what's carried us this far. So now, it's time to honor these words and the memories of the ones who gave them to us. Couldn't agree with you more, Apollo. Those words are more important to me than you know. Aww. And if there's any time to remember them, it's now. It would seem, Apollo, that not one but two auspicious creatures dwell deep within you. There are two wolves inside you, Apollo. A fierce dragon and a virtuous phoenix that shall scatter the clouds hiding the heavens. That's a big upgrade from being a pepper. Nice! I shall join you in your death-defying bluff. Thanks! I think I finally understand what those words really mean, and the resolve they embody. Are you smiling, even in the face of certain doom? Is there no end to your defiance? Unfortunately for you, no. I won't let fear or even the law force me to abandon the pursuit of truth. Because there's another saying in my country, the truth will set you free. Indeed, that is precisely what Dirk sought to do through this trial. He wished for us to break free from a certain despicable spiders immobilizing silk threads. We won't be intimidated by unjust laws or give in to fear. Abandoning the truth like that is just not a part of my playbook. There is only one path before us. Revolution. Revolution! The path you must take has been decided. Your only choice is to revolutionize the world. Yes! The time to make Dirk's dream a reality is upon us. Your Eminence, if you are the law here in Kurain, then your very existence is wrong. Does your desperate bleating know no end? I know it's a bit late to ask, but what's the plan? Well, if Garan is going to execute us on the spot under the Defense Culpability Act, and the law itself derives its power from the authority of the Crown, then there's only one thing to do. We dethrone her right here, right now. Oh, is that all? All right, but how? Sure. It's not like we have a lot of time to come up with a way to do it either. I doubt she'll allow you to perform another cross-examination while we think. Don't worry, I'll come up with something. We'll be fine! We'll be fine! We'll be fine. We can't give up. Not now. We have to keep on fighting to the end. We can't allow these broken trials to go on. It's time to make things right. Oh boy, the brain cell! If I accuse Garan, Nayuda will be subject to the Defense Culpability Act, which means he'll be put to death in accordance with the law. So the only way out of this is to dethrone Garan right now. Could this be the key to dethroning Garan? I mean... The orb? The orb! Is the Founder's Orb the key to the revolution? Dirk was convinced that the orb is the key to the revolution and Kurain's future. In light of Garen's obsession with the orb, it makes a large amount of sense. She probably doesn't want anyone using it to gain spiritual powers and rights to the throne. Inga definitely tried to do just that, but that's where it starts to fall apart. Inga couldn't have channeled the Founder even after abducting Miss Faye. After all, he didn't know. Well, yeah. Inga didn't know the Founder's name. And also, he couldn't have known her face because he has face blindness. That's fun. That's fun, actually. That's neat. The name of the Founder who is only known to those who become queen. That means the only people who currently know her name are Garan and Amara. So even if someone else had the orb, they wouldn't be able to channel the Founder. Wow. So that begs the question, why is Garan so fixated on the orb? Okay, let's not overthink this, because... Garan wants spiritual power. She can't channel spirits. Could it be? It's hard to believe, but... If she wants spiritual power, does that mean Garan can't channel spirits? That would explain why she had Amara perform the rite of channeling. Is that why she let Amara live? To stand in for her when the time came to channel spirits? So if Garan can't channel spirits, she has no claim to the throne. Garan has no claim to the throne. Garan's Defense Culpability Act was established under the Crown's authority, but if she has no claim to the throne, then the DC Act would become null and void. No, not just the DC Act. all of the insane laws she's enacted would be swept away in one fell swoop. Phew. You claim the authority of the crown? You, of all people. That's a good one. Have you truly lost it, lawyer? Indeed, I would have the defense explain himself at once. It's easy, Your Majesty. Why is Queen Garon so obsessed with the Founder's Orb? Why did she let Queen Amara live? And why was she having her mercifulness perform the rite of channeling in her place? The answers to these 3 questions point to a single conclusion. A fact that will shake this kingdom to its very core. I still do not follow, Apollo. Your Eminence, I have just one question for you, and please be honest. You can't actually channel spirits, can you? What? You believe the Queen is not capable of communing with the dead? The defense will explain himself at once. In Kurain, the ability to channel spirits is an absolute requirement for a would-be queen. But Your Eminence, if you were incapable of doing that, then you'd have no claim to the throne. Not only that, but every law you've passed would be rendered null and void. And you, the Garan Royal Guard. You seem to be rather enamored with the Queen's supposed spiritual power. But what if she had none? What if she were just an ordinary person, a pretender to the throne? That's crazy talk. Impossible. Everyone knows only spirit mediums can become queen. Such blasphemy. On what grounds do you make such a defamatory claim? On the grounds of fuck you, Queen Garon. If you think I'm just out to defame you, then prove it. Prove it using this piece of evidence you want so fucking bad.
Take that!
All the conditions for summoning the Founder should be in place. With the orb, we know what the Founder looks like. And as Queen, you should know the Founder's name. Now, if you would, Your Eminence, please show us the great spiritual power you bear as Grand Priestess of Kurain. Oh, to witness Her Eminence's great power with our own eyes! The Holy Mother will appear before us? Oh, the great miracle of miracles! Praise be, Your Eminence! May your mighty spiritual power show us the way! Enough! Enough, I say, you mindless cretins! Your Eminence, can it be that you cannot? No, I want a lawyer. Summon one at once. You killed all of them.
Objection!
Aren't you forgetting something? There aren't any lawyers left in Kurain. You can thank your Defense Culpability Act for that. Your Eminence, please give us a glimpse of your magnificent spiritual power. Summon Her Holiness so she may guide us. I have heard enough from you. Out of my sight, all of you. If you truly are capable of channeling spirits, then get on with it already, Your Eminence. You sneaky, underhanded wretch of a lawyer. That reminds me. You said something to this effect earlier. It is time to cease this insanity. Don't you feel stupid for saying that now? Fucking goddamn it, Apollo! What are we doing, Apollo? Are we on the fucking playground? Neener, neener. Indeed, of all the things she has said, I can think of nothing more ludicrous. Apollo, teach this deceitful, putrid queen a lesson she won't soon forget. Gladly, because it really is time to cease this insanity. Garon? Your reign of terror ends here! Ba-bam! Very well. Demonstrating my facility. Okay. Behold, the magnificent power to commune with the dead. Oh, Your Eminence! This is not... Oh dear. She's dead. She's dead. She cracked her head open on the floor and she's dead. Prosecutor Sadmati, how is Her Eminence? It seems she now believes that she herself is the Holy Mother. I see. But her attempt at spirit channeling failed, did it not? Sadly, she seems unable to accept the facts. I fear it will be quite a challenge to question her later. And what, if I may ask, was her motive? I understand that she killed Minister Inga in order to prevent his coup d'etat. But what of her attempt to assassinate Queen Amara 23 years ago? To become queen herself? Maybe she just craved power and attention. She likely developed a psychological complex from her inability to channel spirits. That is why she kept Queen Amara alive to perform the rite of channeling for her. In that way, it would seem as if she had great spiritual power. In short, she built a cult of personality upon fear and lies. Then again, do not all tyrants? Cult of personality. So then she never really intended to kill Amara, huh? What I don't understand is why Queen Amara even listened to Garin in the first place. Especially 14 years ago, before Rafa was being held hostage. Why would she keep letting the people of Kurain think she was dead? While she kept quietly performing the rite of channeling for Garan. My mother is a gentle soul by nature, and loves her sister dearly. So when Garan told her to hide because Dirk was out to kill her, she believed it. What's more, she did not wish to tarnish the name of her beloved sister. That is why she acquiesced so obediently to Garen's request to keep channeling for her. Until she fled with Dirk and was told the truth, that is. So that's what happened. And since Rafa was being held captive, I imagine Amara had no choice but to help cover up the truth behind Inga's murder. Yeah, living secretly as Rafa's servant, Nena. No doubt only deepened her love for her daughter. She'd do anything to keep her safe. All the more reason to hide the painful truth from her. Well, that was a case for the ages. Prosecutor Sadmati has been cleared of all suspicion in the murder of Minister Inga, as has Mr. Dirk Sadmati in the assassination attempt on Queen Amara. That means you're a royal boy now, Nayuda. You can be a special prince. Yay! I mean, you can't be the ruler because you presumably can't channel spirits, but yay, you're a special boy! Yippee! Now then, I think it is high time I handed down my verdict on Dirk and Nayuda Sadmati. Not guilty! Woo! Yay! There's still no confetti. And the butterflies are nice and all, but I miss the confetti, you know? And the applause. God damn you with your Disney princess butterflies! I forgot you could do that! Fuck you! You are a special boy detective. So says I, Palace. Bang bang. Dirk, I hope you're watching. I proved your innocence. Nayuda's smiling again. That revolution you've always dreamed of is finally happening. With this, may I finally say, this court is adjourned! Bring in the goddamn dancing lobsters! Give them to me! Get me out! May 19th, High Court of Kurain accused lobby. Who accused the lobby? Way to go, Apollo! I was on the edge of my seat when those guards stormed the courtroom. That was a shocker, all right. Can't imagine anything like that happening back home. I know, right? I was ready to go on down there and teach him a lesson myself. Really? I was barely able to hold her back. Hold me back? You were about to go ballistic after a while there, Athena. Yeah, well, I was thinking about helping you smack a few of them down, to be honest. Remind me to never say or do anything to deserve a Maya Athena double suplex. Oh, fuck. You did a fine job out there today, Apollo. Thanks for all the great advice, Mr. Wright. Nah, it was all you. That perseverance and never-say-die attitude you showed was impressive. Yeah, no, I'm not completely free yet, but I'm free from this. I actually learned a thing or two myself. What? From me? That's a laugh. There were any number of times where I wouldn't have blamed you for giving up. But you stuck it out to the end and came away triumphant. By sheer force of will, and inner strength forged in countless trials, you overcame the most desperate and hopeless situation I've ever seen. I don't know about all that. I mean it. You've really come a long way, Apollo. I've nothing but respect for your abilities as an attorney. An ace attorney. Roll credits. Really? Aren't you exaggerating just a little bit, Mr. Wright? You did it, Apollo. You finally won his seal of approval. But what about me, Nick? My channeling's come a long way, too. After all, I was deemed worthy enough to be used in 2 major crimes already. Yeah, and 2 major chances for me to become someone for you to channel next. Honestly, I couldn't have done this without the support of each and every person here. Mr. Wright, Athena, Nayuda, and of course, Dirk. That was pretty cool, Polly. What the heck? Trucy? Trucy, what are you doing here? It's magic. I'm afraid she employed the old let's stow away in Mr. Edgeworth's suitcase trick. What? Though it certainly explained why my suitcase was so heavy. Tell me you at least noticed it was heavier than usual. Trucy? Do you even have a passport? Good girl. My magic panties are in extra-dimensional space! It's like a mini-universe in there! I could produce a passport at the drop of my hat! Right. Maybe some things in this world are better left a mystery. Hornhead! Barbed head! I am forever in your debt for what you've accomplished in this Hall of Justice. Without your presence, I may never have changed as I have this day. It's pathetic, I know. That's where you're wrong, your benevolence. It was you who changed yourself. Only you could choose to defy Garen. And that decision was yours and yours alone. That's right. All we did was present you with an opportunity. And you made use of it with gusto. This victory is yours, your benevolence. You should be proud of yourself. I see. So I am worthy of my title after all. Huh. I shall work to heal our kingdom so that it may know peace and prosperity once more. She sure bounced back quick. So, your benevolence, I take it you learned the truth of your origins? That you're the daughter of Dirk and Queen Amara? Yes, my mother, Her Eminence, told me. She said it was a part of my disciplining. If you can call it that. Sounds more like blackmail. Keep quiet or I'll tell everyone you're the daughter of a criminal. My mother was so insufferable. Or should I say, my former mother. Sounds like there was no love lost there. But you cleared Dirk's name. My true father will no longer be known as a criminal. Therefore, I have nothing more to fear. So what's next for the kingdom of Kurain? You lost your queen, so... I'm gonna make a guess. Her benevolence, Princess Rafa, will ascend to the throne. Yes. Nayuta? But she can't channel spirits yet, right? Indeed, which is why I will act as regent on her behalf. Until the day she comes into her own. Yes, your help will be greatly appreciated. Your help will be greatly appreciated, Prosecutor Sad... Big... She gonna say what I think she is? What are you looking at, you horn-headed nincompoop? Ow! In any event, I will be assisted by Nayuta and Queen Amara for the time being. Queen Amara? Our country offers counsel to the rulers of neighboring kingdoms through channeling. It is a duty I intend to fulfill myself one day. But for now, I will have Queen Amara assist me in that capacity. So then, she's gonna be alright. Yes, it seems the bullet went straight through her without doing any serious damage. Well then, that's a relief. And a miracle? You did it, AJ! Thanks to you, both Dirk and Nayuta beat the charges against him. And you got the revolution rolling to boot. The revolution. Dirk. Guess you were right to believe in me after all. Yes, sir, there's gonna be some major changes around here. The legal system's gonna return to its rightful state, like how Dirk always wanted. And the name of Apollo Justice will go down in Kuraini's history. Yeah, right. Oh, Nayuta, before I forget, there was something I wanted to give you before I head back home. You wish to give me something? Yes. As Dirk's birth son, I think you should have this. Mwah! Big old smooch. The orb. This is one of those one-time things I'm 99% sure it's the badge, but let's just... His badge!
Take that!
This is Dirk's. I have to get back to the States, and I know you're a prosecutor and all, but as the man that's going to change Kurain, it's only right that you have it. To change Kurain. Yeah, in Dirk's place. Apollo, I am afraid I must refuse your gift. What? Why? There is something I would like to show you. Huh? What's this all of a sudden? Nope, 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 not gonna say it. Mr. Wright, won't you and your friends please join us? Okay, definitely not gonna say it now. Oh, sure. May 19th! former Sunbody law offices. Don't worry about it. So why'd you bring us here, Nayuda? Apollo, I want you to stay here in Kurain. What? But why? We have lost our queen and our kingdom stands at a crossroads. Most of all, we will need to rebuild our entire legal system. Naturally, that includes the reintroduction of lawyers to the court. Wait, you're not asking me to. Yes, I want you to take over this law office. With you as a lawyer and me as a prosecutor. We shall rebuild Kurain's legal system from the ground up. You want me to help you rebuild the legal system? That's a lot to take in. Apollo, I cannot do this without you. As a lawyer, you are Dirk's spiritual heir. And having studied in America, your legal knowledge will be indispensable. This is way out of my league. The revolution is still in its infancy, but it was Dirk's dream to restore the legal system to its rightful state. Will you not help me realize that dream? I'll think about it if you give me a real smile. Not your little Disney princess butterfly shit. A real smile. Come on, AJ, you know it's what Dirk would have wanted. Let's do it together! You must be taken aback by my sudden request, but please give it some thought. Of course. I'm honored that you asked. Still, I have my job back at the Wright Anything agency to consider too. Don't you worry about that, Apollo. Besides, this is something only you can do. Something only I can do. I mean, to be completely honest, our office would be a bit short on firepower without you around, but hey! Mr. Wright. Actually, I'm sorry, but I can't get on board with this. Athena? I mean, there's still so much I want to learn from you, Apollo. That's right, it won't be the same without you. And everyone back home would really miss you too. There's no way I can agree to this. Still, if you really wanted to stay... Yeah, Athena's right. It won't be easy, but... Athena, Trucy. Apollo, no one but you can make this decision. Know that I will not question whatever choice you make. Our flight leaves tomorrow morning, Apollo. Think you can make up your mind by then? I'll try. Talk about a difficult decision. Should I go back to the US and continue working at the Wright Anything agency? Or should I stay in Kurain and help Nayuda rebuild the legal system? Are they actually going to put it to me? What's the right thing for me to do? May 20th, 8 a.m., Tempul Temple. The bus to the airport will be here any minute. I wonder where Apollo is. Do you think he decided to stay here in Kurain? Wait, hang on. Ellipses! I bet he was up all night thinking. This is a life-changing decision after all. But whatever he decides, I'll have to accept it. I guess this means no more courtroom battles alongside him. Hey guys! I'd know that booming voice anywhere. Oh, I made it. Apollo, you're here! Does this mean you're coming home with us? Well, about that. Mr. Wright? Yes? I've made up my mind. I am wasting no more time. Here it is, the moment of truth. I still have so many things to learn from you. But I've decided to stay in Kurain. You're staying? But I feel like I have to pick up where Dirk left off. I can't let his sacrifice go to waste. I see. Plus, I want to teach others everything you've taught me about being a lawyer, Mr. Wright. Apollo, Dirk's roadmap for the future, and your teachings, I believe that these two things will save the people of this kingdom from further unrest. I want to do this. No, I have to do this. Apollo, I've never felt prouder. Proud to have had such an amazing attorney working under me. But someday, I'll return to the US. Once the new legal system here is firmly in place, I'll be back. Scout's honor! Clavier's rich, he can fly over here whenever he wants. Will we really see you again, Apollo? You bet. Not that I have any idea how long it'll be. But I promise you this, everyone. I'll keep on learning and growing, and I'll come back to the US an even better lawyer. So don't you forget about me. Don't you? Of course we won't, Apollo. There will always be a spot waiting for you back at the office. In the meantime, we'll be rooting for you, so knock 'em dead. You got it, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna miss you, Polly. But if this is it, then I'm gonna support your choice all the way. Thanks, Trucy. Good luck with your magic act. I know you'll do Troop Gramarye proud. I'll be cheering for you too, Apollo. But don't think you're the only one with room to grow. The next time we meet, you probably won't even recognize me. In other words, game on? You bet, and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna miss you too, Apollo, but can't wait to see where your new adventure will take you. Well, there's our bus. I guess this is it, Apollo. Does he not have any, like, possessions that he needs to, like, go back and get? Like, I don't know, like, more than a week's worth of clothing? Okay. Yeah. I guess this is it, Apollo. We'll do that in a second. I'll never forget everything you've done for me, Mr. Wright. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. Here's to seeing you back in the US again someday. Until then, you know where to find me. The legacy of those who came before us. Is handed down from parent to child. And from mentor to disciple. We must never stall or stagnate, but continue to grow and change. All that we've been taught, the beliefs and convictions that have been passed down to us. We must continue to nurture them, so we in turn can pass them on to the next generation. What is this, the end of MGS 2?
Are you really sure you're okay with him staying, boss?
Uh-huh. I always figured he'd leave the nest someday.
Oh, I think they're almost here.
Just a little. Got it. Huh?
Why don't we go and check it out, AJ?
Aw. Justice law officers. Oh. I maintained that that butterfly couldn't possibly exist. Yay! Now I'll do the get- wait, no, never mind. Go on, Mr. Hat, introduce yourself. I am the amazing Mr. Hat. Nice to meet you. I wanted to take this opportunity to announce my solo debut. Seems Mr. Hat doesn't want Apollo to leave him in the dust. We're fierce rivals, you know. I can't let him hog the spotlight. It's just not the same without Polly, is it? Yeah, I kinda miss him too. I know, we should go visit him in Kurain. I forgot. I cannot rest during the credits. After seeing Mr. Justice in action, I got to thinking, what can I do for Kurain? Then it came to me, tourism, that's what! I'll develop Kurain's tourism industry and bring in more visitors. I'll roll out a night tour centered on the Founder's Orb. Oh, and make a museum dedicated to the Defiant Dragons. The way the ideas just keep on coming. Justice and Stuff Talent Agency. I want to congratulate you on becoming a forensic investigator, Detective Sky. Thank you, but Prosecutor Sadmati said he has need of me, so starting tomorrow I'll be working in Kurain for a while. Look at it this way, it's sure to be an educational experience. True, plus I can't let that kid show me up either. I'll see what I can do for Kurain's revolution. Well, challenges have a way of helping people grow. I look forward to our next investigation upon your return. Our next Ace Attorney investigation? Darn that forehead face! Ever since he revealed the secret behind her teleportation trick, show requests have totally dried up! We'll be out on the street if we don't find some work soon. Maybe we should take Trucy up on her offer. She said we could make our debut as magicians at the Red anything. They're too fast! And I have stuff in my eye. Ugh!
It's like one of my Japanese animes.
I was muted. Hello. Oh my goodness. I'm a real streamer now. I forgot to unmute myself. Yippee! Yay! I think that's the first time I've done that. That I can think of. But yes, this is the Clown Titty game. Thank you, thank you. Bye. Braid head. I'm resting my voice in preparation to do the DLC case. This is the loss, isn't it? Wait, hang on. Was it both of their decision? So it wasn't just Phoenix being an asshole? Mom was also like, no, don't do it? God fucking. Oh. Oh, the song changed. I was gonna let it play out for old time's sake. But it's like a extended remix. No, it is definitely, it's felt like an eternity. God, the fucking... yes. This fucking guy. Uh-huh, yeah, definitely. Brother! Hmm? Mm. Dear Mr. Wright, I can't believe it's already been a few months since I decided to stay. I'm sorry I haven't been good about keeping in touch, but things have been really hectic. Rebuilding a legal system I'm not yet familiar with has been a real challenge. Yeah, no shit. But I will say, it's given me plenty of work to keep me busy. Have you not given the autopsy report even a cursory glance, Mr. Justice? It's just, I have 15 clients on my plate right now. Though I probably shouldn't have accepted all 15 at the same time.
Talk to them!
Oh, please. Are you going to help me rebuild Krain's legal system or not? If you are, we need to move through this case backlog faster. Yeah, I know, but... Besides... Oh... I really like seeing the dragon on his hand. It makes me happy. Besides, those 15 are only the beginning. There are 10 more awaiting your services. Huh? I too have friends and acquaintances seeking legal representation. And being that you are the only lawyer in the country, I told them to contact you. We gotta work on that. I estimate it will only add about 16 clients to your caseload. Huh? No, wait just a minute. I have been handing out advertisements for your new office. They read... From legal advice to investigating extramarital affairs, even yak milking. For a limited time only, these services and more are free down at Justice Law offices. I have already received requests from 380 new clients. I'm going to have to say something, aren't I? I trust you did your cords of steel exercises this morning. Well, go on. There is no need to hold back. Hang on, let me change my suit for this. This is taking longer than I expected and it's important. Hang on. Hang on, I gotta change my suit real quick. Ha! Now that you mention it, we have yet to hear you shout today. Yes, and I have grown quite drowsy from these tedious proceedings. It was a spirit butterfly in the States, but now, because the butterfly is native to Kurain, so when he's in Kurain, he has a real butterfly. I could use a loud something to wake me up. Do not disappoint me, Hornhead. There's really only one thing to say at a time like this. It's a word I've said countless times in my career, but one I'll never tire of. Objection!
Objection!
Yay. Stop! Yay! Okay. What? Wait. What? No. No, the get up and stretch chime went off 18 minutes ago. What do you mean? Oh my god, no. I guess better late than never. I gotta go refill my water. Yeah, thanks, I'll do that too. You'll have fun listening to this really good song, I guess. You know something? This little cutscene montage here. I was misled. Because... Hold. This sequence here, that cut between Apollo and Nayuta, because Apollo is like, he's looking up, and then it looks like Nayuta's kind of looking down. So I thought that it was a cutscene like with the both of them talking to each other. Like Nayuta was like standing on some stairs or something. And they were talking to each other, but no. I was misled. Okay. Maybe the special episode will be really short. Maybe it'll be really short, and we can get it done tonight, and be done with this game before the new year. I'm changing my suit because Phoenix is in the thumbnail for the case. Maybe it'll be a really short case. Then we can finish it tonight. And the game will be done. Yeah, no, like 20 minutes tops. Alright. Well, it's a full 2-day trial, so... I'm gonna not look at the thumbnail anymore than I just saw, because I just saw something terrible. Oh no. Special episode, Turnabout Time Traveler. Oh, okay. Dirigible.
I'm not completely heartless. I'll even throw that time machine you cherish so much overboard with you.
Please take me back. Back to that blissful moment.
It's almost time for the reception, milady.
It actually really worked.
Okay. September 21st, 10:13 a.m. Write Anything Agency. Do you remember? The 21st night of Dace Attorney? Okay, let me make sure I've got this straight. When your magic panties appear, I do a backflip into a handstand, then blow out the candle? No, Athena, you've got it all wrong. You do a backflip through the ring of fire while holding the candle in your mouth. There's no way I'll ever be able to do that. Sure you can. I believe in you, Athena. Trucy, what are you and Athena up to? Athena's agreed to be a part-time performer in my magic show. I couldn't say no to some extra cash, but I probably should have thought it through first. Now it's human cannibal this, guillotine that. It's not like I have 9 lives, you know. You've made your bed, Athena. Now you've got to lie in it. No! I'm too young to be taking out a life insurance policy already. Yeah. My badge! My name is Phoenix Wright. I'm the head of this law office. And since when did you become the head of this office, Daddy? I mean, who exactly does all the cleaning, accounting, and scheduling around here, huh? You got me there, Trucy. This is Trucy Wright. She's my adopted daughter and a magician. And I'm Athena Sykes, the rising star lawyer of the Write Anything Agency. Or rather, the rising star assistant to Trucy, you mean. If I don't get back into a courtroom soon, I'm gonna forget everything I ever learned. Speaking of the courtroom, we haven't exactly had any clients lately, have we? Business is as slow as ever, huh, Nick? Bet you made more money back when you played the piano. I thought it was Maya. What a fool I was. Oh no. Oh no. What is this jacket? Yo, long time no see! Larry? I haven't seen you in years. What brings you here all of a sudden? Some big news, that's what. Okay. Who's this guy, boss? This is Larry Butts. He's, well, let's just say he's an old friend of mine. So, Larry, what's so big that you had to come and tell me in person? There's somebody I want you to meet. Hey, you can come in now. All right. Oh, hi. How do you do? Hi. That dress, is that a wedding dress? Yes, it is. My name is Ellen Wyatt. Ellen Wyatt. In white? L in white. L in white. She's in white. She's an L. A bell? Like a bell in white. Bell in white. Got it. I'm a domestic servant, a maid of the Sprocket household. Sprocket? As in Sprocket Aviation? Yes, that's the one. Wow, Mr. Wright, Sprocket Aviation is a really big airline company. You've heard of Rainbow Airlines, right? The ones they call RAL for short? Yeah, that does sound familiar. Well, it's run by Sprocket Aviation. I see. But what's the Sprocket family maid doing here in a wedding dress? So actually, we've decided to get married. You what? I'm not so young anymore, you know. Hang on one second. You're not in my thing yet. I figured it's time to finally settle down. What? You're getting married? No way. I don't believe it. Besides... why would someone as well put together as her choose someone as flaky as Larry? You're kidding, right? Jealous? I don't blame you, but green's really not your color, you know. Alright, Larry, lay it on me. He's 34. Aspiring picture book author? As we used to say, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Oh no! Detective! You're joking, but... there's time travel. There's time travel! No! No, there are clocks! No! Or at least the illusion of time travel. I don't... listen, I don't know how far beyond the realm of reality we're going here, but... Charlie! Charlie looks as lush and green as ever, thanks to Athena taking such good care of him. I guess I should pitch in every once in a while too, huh? Yay! I got my achievement! Oh, you can't see it. Mr. Charlie, for having thoroughly examined Charlie the houseplant. Yay! Yeah! Nice! Oh yeah, he was! Yeah. I bet we're the only office in existence that uses magic props as furniture. At this rate, Trucy's props are gonna wind up taking over the whole office. I mean, they're already halfway there. This office might look messy, but at least I keep all my clients' personal info safe under lock and key. That's what a successful man does, right? Puts his efforts where they count. Uh-huh. Apollo's jacket, Athena's notes, and Trucy's magic props. Not that I'm complaining. It's nice to know my friends and family are always close by. I haven't played this old thing in a long time. Not that I could ever play it to begin with. And considering all the complaints I'd get, I guess I'd better continue just continue to not play it. Sketty. Maybe I should tidy this place up every once in a while. Still, I bet we're gonna use all this stuff sometime soon again anyway. So it's probably better just to leave things where they are. Yeah, okay. Oh, Larry, look at my badge! I'm an attorney, look at my badge! What are you showing me your attorney's badge for? Wait, are you saying you want me to take up your badge and hit the courtroom? Absolutely not. With you as the defense, you're liable to bring the whole courthouse down. Literally. All I want is one chance to defend somebody in court. Objection! That was that. Pretty good, huh? Ready to let me borrow your badge now? You saw how awesome I am at pointing, right? I'm starting to think I'm a natural. I'm not lending you my badge, and that's final. Besides, pointing isn't all that a lawyer does. Oh, pretty please. What do you got to lose? It's kind of horrifying, his eyes. My reputation, for one. I never should have shown him my badge. You're getting married. In all seriousness, Larry, are you really getting married? Not right away, but that's the plan. We're gonna elope, see? Like love on the run, I guess you could say. Isn't that right, Ellie? Ma'am? Are you under duress? They do. In previous games, when we were able to examine pieces of evidence, examine any old piece of evidence, more or less, you could examine the badge, and it has a little number carved on the back. Larry? I do believe there's been a major misunderstanding here. My heart already belongs to another. Huh? I'm in love with Soren. Soren Fire Emblem? Not you. Say what? That's about what I thought. But Ellie, baby, weren't you running away with me so we could get married? As I said, you misunderstand. You said you'd help me escape. That's the only reason I ran away with you. This is not happening. I even shook off the police for you, and for what? That's it. If we can't be together, my life is over. I'm gonna end it all. Wait, back up. Did you say you shook off the police? Yes, we had to, because we're lovers on the lam. Sorry, Miss Wyatt, but can you maybe fill me in on what's going on? To tell the truth, I'm being pursued by the police as a murder suspect. Oh, okay. Murder! They think you killed somebody. I happened to find a dead body at my reception, so the suspicion fell onto me. They had me confined in a separate room. And that's when Larry came along and helped me escape. I'm sorry, but what? Oh, Nick. Me and Ellie were gonna elope. We were gonna put it all on the line for true love. But the police tried to stop us, so we had to scramble to shake them off. Where did it all go wrong? I feel a migraine coming on. Please help me. The police are sure to be intensifying their search. Look, it's even on TV. More news on the murder suspect and an unidentified man on the run from the police. A photo of the suspect, Miss Ellen Wyatt, has just been released by the police. Sources say that the 21-year-old is suspected of clubbing the victim, 25-year-old Dumas Gloomsbury, to death in the wedding reception hall after her banquet. The two fugitives are said to be highly agitated and dangerous, if you see them. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, brother. I guess this means we're technically harboring a pair of fugitives here, huh? Oh, Nick, what's a guy to do? Ellie's dumped me hardcore. I'm the one who should be crying. I haven't seen you in ages. Where have you been all this time? You mean you don't know? You really gotta stop living under a rock and get out more. I'm the hippest, hottest picture book author in the business. Loris Donim! I can't believe you didn't know that I'm taking the picture book world by storm. Oh, but I know you. You're the one who wrote Fancy's Whippity Whip Trip, right? Francy's Whippity Whip Trip! Ah! Francisca mention! Yay! Ah! Francisca von Karma mention! Yay! Hello, Fluffy. Now that you mention it, I think I did hear something about a one-hit wonder. One-hit wonder? What the heck, Nick? I'll have you know I just created a brand new character to moderate acclaim. He's mildly popular with 18 to 24-year-old women everywhere. Look, you can see his cute self all over this jacket. What? That heart-shaped pork chop? He's not a pork chop. He's the main character of my latest picture book. A lovable little soul who pierces the hearts of lovers with his airs of amore. Cute piglet. Oh, I see it now. As you can see, this adorable fellow make his debut in Cute Piglet's Lovey-Dovey Lark. In stores now. Are you sure? Because I've never seen that book in stores now or ever. Well, if you ever do see it, do me a favor and buy a copy or 10, will ya? I thought you were taking the picture book world by storm. Anywho, you'll defend Ellie in court, right, buddy? Please, I'm begging you. I didn't murder anyone. I swear I'm as clean and pure as this pure white dress. No Cyclops. I guess that means she's telling the truth. But helping a fugitive on the run, what am I getting myself into? There's actually one more thing I really need to tell you. Oh? You might find this hard to believe, but the truth is, I'm a time traveler. Huh? I'm not sure I follow. After the wedding reception, I was attacked. I was moments away from my death. But then, in that instant, I made a wish upon this pendant around my neck. And I went back in time to just before the reception started. Later, Mittens. Uh-huh, yeah. Yeah. Only this time around, the man who was trying to kill me was already dead. And somehow I became the suspect for his murder. It's as if history had been rewritten. No, wait just a minute here. I don't understand. Are you saying that... What's going on? Mr. Wright, there are police cars outside. And not just one or two, but a whole bunch. Daddy, a whole squad of officers has the building surrounded. What?
This is the police. There's no escape. Drop your weapons and come out with your hands up.
Nick, what do we do? Heck if I know. I see a bunch of armed officers out there. 1, 2, 3... 44, 45... Wow, talk about overkill. Omega, count how many grains of sand there are. Okay. 1, 2...
Listen here, you criminals. Think about what you're putting your poor parents through. I'm sure this isn't how they raised you. Think about their smiling faces and their warm home-cooked meals. Ah, who in the heck are you? A detective? Now hold on there. Hey, you can't go in there. It's too dangerous. Wait! Is everyone okay in here, Mr. Wright? Hi, Emma. Emma? I'm sorry for all the commotion. So what in the world is going on? Well, I raced on over as soon as I heard that it was Mr. Butts who'd holed himself up in here. With the murder suspect after he made off with her. And the fleet of patrol cars? The police are being extra careful. Because apparently a certain somebody yelled out, "Stay back, I have a bomb." I'm sure you can guess who I'm talking about. Well, police were being so persistent I had to do something, so I tried bluffing. You know, like you do in court, Nick. Please leave me out of this. Well, Mr. Wright, I'm bringing this young lady in for questioning. So if you want to talk with her, you'll have to do it down at the detention center. I suppose I should thank you for your thoughtful gift of trouble and mayhem, Larry. Come on, Nick. We gotta get down to the detention center right away. Listen, Larry. I haven't even decided whether I'm going to take on this case or not. But I know you will, 'cause it's you. Guess I've got no choice but to tag along and help then. What? And skip out on me? We've only just started practicing your repertoire, you know. Huh? You better stay in practice with Trucy, Athena. A promise is a promise, after all. That's cold, boss. You gotta get me out of this. I can't take it anymore. Let's get practicing, Athena. Next up is some training for the water tank escape trick. Stick your head in this bucket of water and hold your breath for 15 minutes. No! Stop, I'm begging you. Ah, she's getting away! You get back here, Athena! I guess the only person cut out to be Trucy's assistant is Apollo. Well, guess we'd better get to the detention center and ask Miss Wyatt some questions. Especially about that whole time-traveling business she was talking about. Well, I mean, I think it's implied that Emma brought Miss Wyatt out. And so the threat is theoretically gone. Hello, ma'am. Unfortunately, we cannot see her potential thighs. If all else fails, well, there'll probably be an opportunity at some point, but if not, we can go to the, model viewer thingy. September 21st, Detention Center Visitors Room. Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright. Miss Wyatt, would you mind if I asked you a few questions? Nick is gonna defend you, Ellie. Isn't that great? Larry, I told you I haven't decided yet. What? You are not going to take my case? Ma'am, are you okay? I don't think she's okay. That's fair. I'm never gonna be happy. Miss Wyatt? What? Did I do something wrong? Miss Wyatt, please calm down. I'm innocent, I tell you. But the police won't believe me.
And neither will anyone else. I'm gonna die all alone in a jail cell.
Alright, I'll do it. I'll take your case. Just please stop crying.
Really? You will?
The fact that Larry was the one who brought you to me had me a little worried, but you don't seem like a killer to me.
Oh, thank you!
Thanks, Nick. I knew you'd come through. Did I really have a choice?
I guess not.
In any case, it doesn't seem like Miss Wyatt killed anybody. Plus, it's not like I'm up to my ears in work at the moment. Miss Wyatt, Ellen, let's do this together.
Thank you, Mr. Wright.
There, it's going to be okay. Now try to pull yourself together.
All right, just give me a moment.
Oh.
I'm truly grateful to you for taking on my defense, Mr. Wright.
Sure, no problem. Wow, she literally pulled herself together. I respect the corset. $21. Ma'am, I'm an attorney. Look at my badge. Oh. Cool. Ellen, please tell me everything you can about the incident.
All right. It happened after the wedding reception. I was attacked by Mr. Gloomsbury.
Wasn't Gloomsbury the name of the victim in that news report? Maybe I should listen to what she has to say first, though, before I start asking questions. How dare that guy lay a hand on somebody else's blushing bride? What a creep! That's rich coming from you. Do you have any idea why he'd attack you?
No, but...
But what?
Well, to tell the truth, Mr. Gloomsbury didn't seem very happy about me getting married.
Geez, jealous much? What a loser.
Mr. Gloomsbury had forced me onto the Vista deck and was going to push me off. Oh, how frightening it all was. I was just about to lose my life on what should have been the happiest day of my life. So that's why I made a wish upon this pendant.
That pendant?
Yes, it was a gift from my husband-to-be, Soren. He said it's a symbol of our love.
And so you made a wish on it?
Now, you may think what I'm about to say is very strange, but... I begged the pendant, please take me back to that blissful moment. And do you know what? It worked! It brought me back to just before the reception started.
So that's the time-traveling thing you mentioned back in my office. I'm sorry, but I have to say it's pretty unbelievable.
Unbelievable?
Don't do it. No, please.
I knew you'd never believe me.
Nick? Ellie here is an honest-to-goodness time traveler. Don't you believe your own client? The magic of that pendant sent her back in time before the creep could kill her. Sure, Larry. Sure.
But it's really true, I tell you. This pendant is an important part of the time machine Soren made. I begged it for help, and it really did send me back in time. Is she listening to herself? I even experienced the reception again, even though we'd already held it once before. And during it, everyone there acted as if nothing unusual was happening at all. Could you not cook while we're talking, please? Alright, so when and how did you come under suspicion for murder? Well, after the reception ended, the second reception, I mean. I went back to the reception hall and started cleaning up the place by myself. Hold on. Cleaning? Why were you cleaning on your own wedding day? For my last task as a servant of the Sprocket household, I offered to take on the preparation and cleanup of the reception banquet. I see. I started to move one of the decorative lanterns in the room, but it was so heavy I lost control of it, causing it to topple over and break open. That's when I saw Mr. Gloomsbury's dead body inside the lantern. So you simply happened to be the first to discover the body, right? That's right. I just came across it by accident. But I became confused and didn't know what to do. That's when some of my in-laws saw me and jumped to the conclusion that I had killed him. So this Gloomsbury guy tried to kill Ellen, but then wound up dead himself after Ellen traveled back in time. A time machine and a magic pendant. How could any of this be possible? Ellie, why don't you tell Nick about that other thing, too? About that shadowy figure you saw when you were being attacked. Yes, good idea, Larry. I think that's the first time anyone has ever said that. Good idea, Larry Butts. That's new and exciting. So you and Larry here were never planning on getting married, right? That's right. We've only had a few brief interactions, so I can't say I know him at all. Oh, Ellie, how can you say that? You and me are bound by fate, I'm telling you. We're meant to be together. What? You're wrong, Larry. I've never been so right, baby. It's plain as the goatee on my chin. Larry, don't make me send you to timeout. Now, can you tell me about the groom, Ellen? What's he like? His name is Soren Sprocket. Oh, he's the most wonderful man. He is truly my destiny. Did you say Soren Sprocket, as in... That's right, the next president of Sprocket Aviation. Wait, he's in line to take over the company. He's nothing but a rich, spoiled brat. I'm clearly the better choice. Clearly. Larry, you and Soren are as different as night and day. There's no comparison. Ellie, you're breaking my achy, breaky heart. So she's marrying into money, huh? I can't believe Soren chose me, a simple house servant. He's my knight in shining armor, my prince. Oh, my Soren. So what's this shadowy figure you saw, Ellen? It was when Mr. Gloomsbury was attacking me. Right after I made a wish upon this pendant, I started to pass out. But just then, just as I lost consciousness, I saw somebody strike Mr. Gloomsbury from behind. You did? Then that person might be the true culprit. Did you see who it was? I'm afraid not. Have you told anybody else about this? I told some of my in-laws, but nobody took me seriously. They said it was all just a dream. I can't exactly say I blame them. I mean, time travel? Larry, for my peace of mind, please tell me that figure wasn't you. Of course it wasn't! Okay. I guess I've asked her all I can for now. Spick and span, spick and span! She's nervous cleaning, I see.
Ellen, what are you doing? I want to make everything clean and beautiful for when Soren comes. I can't have my future hubby come into a dirty room now, can I? It has to be spotless, just like this white dress. Spick and span, spick and span. Let's hope we can wipe away all suspicion from you two. Nick, we'd better get to the crime scene right away. What, you're coming too? Of course I am. If I solve the crime and reveal the true killer with my super sleuthing skills, Ellie might change her mind about me, you know? You never get the message, do you, Larry? Next stop, the mooring dock in Sprocket Park. Come on, Nick, let's go! She does have very defined shoulders. Oops. Ooh. A flying chapel? Yeah, okay. September 21st, Sprocket Park Mooring Dock. So this is Sprocket Park. Where's the reception hall? The reception hall? Oh, that's... Wow, looky there! What? What is it? I just spotted me a cute mamacita. Don't wait up, Nick. Hold on, where's the reception hall? Sorry, Nick, a man's gotta stop and smell the roses when they appear. I am an artist after all. Oh, miss! Yoo-hoo! I thought he was gonna take me to the crime scene. Oh well, I'm sure he'll come slinking back when he inevitably gets rejected. I'll just take a quick look around until then. And we'll get up and stretch with the get up and stretch chime. Thank you for that dramatic entrance. And that was my first order of business. To see if I could pet the dog. Or just look at the dog. No! What do you mean, Phoenix? There's a dog! Phoenix, there's a dog! Dang it. Wow, that huge airship is moored to just this skinny little tower. I know it's tied down and all, but it still looks like a good breeze could send it flying. So this bench hit that sign, huh? Hopefully it didn't hit a person, too. That would be a catastrophe. I Guess from now on, whenever I'm walking around outside, I'd better be on the lookout for unidentified flying furniture, too. Wow, this thing's really banged up. You looking at the sign? They say it got damaged by heavy winds yesterday. A big gust sent that bench flying into it. Well, that's what they're saying anyway. I see. The wind caused that? More like a tornado. The repair guy was saying, don't touch, it's dangerous. Later, Biz. Thanks for hanging out. I see. Thanks for the heads up. Poor guy. Looks like it was a lot of work. Ugh. Wow, that airship is huge! Oops, didn't mean to say that out loud. I've only ever seen airships like this up in the sky. But I gotta say, they're mighty impressive when you can see them up close like this. Hey, sorry about that. I actually thought you'd be back sooner. Didn't work out, huh? Lay off, man. I wasn't on my game today. So now that you're done, you mind telling me where the reception hall is already? What do you mean? It's right there in front of you. Huh? Right in front of... Wait, what's that say? Flying Chapel? Do you mean to tell me? Yup, Ellie's reception was on that airship. Whoa, a sky-high reception hall? Yup, and that's where you'll find the crime scene. Man, not only did that airship fly through the sky, but the space-time continuum too! But the happy couple's honeymoon got left far behind when it made that time skip, though. Here, check the airship out for yourself with this pamphlet. Oh boy. Pegacow and Pegabull? Okay. Well, as always in the air on the Flying Chapel, the only wedding venue sure to make your dreams take flight. After the ceremony out on the Vista deck, Sprocket Aviation's majestic Pegamoo mascots will light up the happy couple from both sides of the sweetheart table. Pegamoo. I'd rather not Pegamoo. By the way, I figured you could use some backup, so I called in some help for you. You did? Yup, should be here any minute now. That red sports car! Larry, don't tell me you called... You know it, buddy. I trust you've been well, right? Oh, what? Surprise! Now admit it, that was a pretty good Mr. Edgeworth impression, wasn't it? Yes, it was, if I do say so myself. Maya, what are you doing here? Larry called me up. He said something about it finally being time for him to tie the old knot. That's funny. I'm pretty sure he mentioned something about being here with his bride. Maya! I know this is sudden, but please marry me! Nick, what's Larry talking about? He was dumped by his bride. Well, by his imaginary bride, anyway. Wow, poor Larry. That's a new low, even for him. But hey, imaginary girlfriends never hurt anyone, right? More power to him.
does when the imaginary girlfriend is a real person. This is Maya Fey. She's been abroad for her training as a spirit medium. But now that her training is over, she's back home here in the States. That's right, the new and improved Maya Fey is on the scene. Spirit and girl power at the ready. Look at you, Maya, all grown up and as cute as ever. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. You're above the age of legal consent now, aren't you? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Ahem. If I ever got married, I'd miss out on all the fun of always meeting somebody new. I see you haven't changed a bit, Larry. Hi, boyfriend! Edgeworth! I figured that car belonged to you. But when did you become Maya's chauffeur? It's nothing like that. I just happened to run into her en route and picked her up. Not with your car, right? And by run into her, I mean she jumped out in front of my car. I nearly ran her down. Ah, I see. I understand now. Hi, husband. This is Miles Edgeworth, my husband. He's a friend of mine and the district's chief prosecutor, and my husband. I heard he's been busy lately. So what brings you here? Wait, don't tell me Larry called you up too. He did. However, I have business of my own here at the crime scene. Business? What kind of business? Miles! Have you seen my badge recently? There doesn't seem to be any rust on that badge. But can the same be said of its owner? Of course! I'm practically rust-proof. Let's hope you stay that way. I don't know what that means, but I'm interpreting it as flirting. So how's it going, Mr. Chief Prosecutor? Busy as always, I presume? Of course, unlike somebody who has too few clients and too much time on his hands. It's not my fault. Guess that explains why your brow is more furrowed than the last time I saw you. Maybe you should learn to relax a little, Edgeworth. Nice try, Wright. But as always, I have no intention of showing anyone any mercy. Including you. As inflexible as ever, I see. Besides, I think I've mellowed out a bit with age. So if anything, those furrows should have smoothed out a little as well. Honestly, Edgeworth, are you really that blind to yourself? Excuse me. He's really self-conscious about those lines, isn't he? Just so you know, Wright, I am the lead prosecutor on this case. What? You? Yes. It appears we'll be standing on opposite sides of the battlefield this time around. I can't wait. So I'll be up against Edgeworth tomorrow. But I don't get it, Edgeworth. What about this case warrants the personal attention of the district's chief prosecutor? It's a bit complicated, to say the least. In what way? The groom is a member of the Sprockets, a family with immense influence. If his bride were to stand trial in court, it would sully the Sprocket name. So they tried to apply some pressure on the prosecutor's office. Pressure to settle it amicably, right? What do you mean, settle it amicably? It means that they're trying to sweep this whole thing under the rug. Wow, Sprocket Aviation really has that much clout?
Yes, they have especially strong ties in both the political and the judicial worlds, to the point where no one dares to oppose them. Don't tell me that includes you. Don't be ridiculous, Wright. It's quite the opposite. The prosecutor's office is filled with cowards, as I found out. Every last one of my subordinates was loath to prosecute a sprocket. So that's why you decided to take on the case yourself, right? That's right. I will personally see to it that justice is served. Now, he's out of the country. You just missed him. He's out of the country. I always prosecute to the utmost of my abilities, regardless of who I'm up against. For that is a part of my creed. Nothing and no one can sway me from that. Not even the almighty sprockets. Right. Phoenix is just sweating. If they think they can use their influence to bend the truth, they have another thing coming. You know, I almost feel sorry for them. They were only trying to protect their interests, but all they got instead was you. Edgy, come on, man! How could you prosecute my poor sweet Ellie? What kind of heartless jerk are you? I'm simply doing my job. And I'm warning you, Wright. I won't hold back. Not for you or for anyone else. Thanks for the warning, Your Righteousness. Edgeworth, about this incident. Don't forget, Wright, I'm the prosecutor for this case. Need I remind you that I'm not in the habit of sharing information with my adversaries? No. Guess we are adversaries for now. And you, Larry. Me? I'd like you to come with me. You have a lot to answer for after that little stunt you pulled with the suspect. Reggie, we're old pals, aren't we? Personal appeals won't work on me, Larry. Now come along. Nick, help me out here! And that's how Larry died. Oh, God! Yep, No, he's driving away to dispose of the body. Is it just me, or is Mr. Edgeworth as relentless as ever? Yeah, I guess some things never change. So much for mellowing out. Welcome back, Mittens. You just missed Edgeworth! Well, Nick, we better hop to it, too. Hop to what? Investigating the crime scene, of course. What else? It's been a long time since you and I teamed up like this. This is gonna be fun. Fun, huh? It has been a long time, though, since we were last together like this. All right, to the crime scene, then. Yeah, and away we go. Maya. Have you seen my badge recently? Your attorney's badge looks so nice and shiny on your lapel. It's so cool, like the mark of a true hero. If I can be a hero to my clients, that's good enough for me. In that case, I'll be the commander that controls the hero from behind the scenes. Wait, are you saying you've been manipulating me all this time? Go, Robo-Wright, to the crime scene! I guess that makes me a robo-lawyer? Oh, okay. Oh, but Derp Tiger is cute. September 21st, Flying Chapel Reception Hall. So this is the reception hall. According to the pamphlet, we're right here. Boop. Yikes, we're pretty high up, but at least we're indoors, so it doesn't seem too bad. Oh, look, Nick, it's Emma. Hey, Emma, over here. Mr. Wright, Maya. Does this mean you've taken the case? Yeah, that's how things kinda turned out. So do you mind if we take a look around? Be my guest. We've pretty much wrapped up our investigation, so go right ahead. Now's a good chance to find out more about the case from Emma, too. Okay, we'll talk first. Edgeworth wouldn't tell us anything about this case. So do you think you could give us a rundown? Well, seeing as he's going to be prosecuting, I'd expect him to be tight-lipped about it. The incident occurred yesterday on September 20th. It happened after the wedding reception, which lasted from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., huh? Got it. By the way... Excellent, as it should be. Nice. You didn't hear anything about any time traveling or anything, did you? Time traveling? What do you mean? Oh, nothing. Forget it. Pretty much the response I expected. The victim's name is Dumas Gloomsbury. He was a servant in the Sprocket family household. Ellen was a maid for that family as well, so that means the two of them were co-workers? Yes, they apparently knew each other. Mr. Gloomsbury was the lead servant after all. He was very serious about his work, but he was also a very closed and private man. So the other servants called him Mr. Doom and Gloom behind his back. If he was the lead servant, he must have been higher ranked than Ellen. What makes the police think Ellen killed this man, a guy who was essentially her boss? We don't know the defendant's motive yet, but the circumstances surrounding the discovery of the body don't bode well for her. And what circumstances are those exactly? Well, some of her in-laws saw what looked like the immediate aftermath of the murder. The suspect was standing in front of the body with the murder weapon still in her hands. But why would a bride who was just about to start a happy new life kill someone? Did the police have an explanation for that? Yeah, about that. They believe the victim attacked the suspect and was killed when she fought back. But why did he attack her to begin with? Well, the mere servant girl was going to suddenly be the wife of the future president. Mr. Gloomsbury must have been more than just a little jealous of her. So this Mr. Doom and Gloom attacked Ellen first. But if she was only trying to protect herself, wouldn't that count as justified self-defense on her part, Nick? It would. There's a good chance she'd be acquitted if we could prove that, but I wonder what Edgeworth will have up his sleeve to counter that claim. Excellent. But wow, a servant girl marrying the future president of such a huge company. It sounds like a modern-day fairy tale. It does, doesn't it? Thing is, not everyone was on board with their union, apparently. So what was the murder weapon, Emma? This clock... This clock with a secret mechanism built into it. It was on display here in the reception hall. All around me are familiar faces, clock faces, watch faces. The suspect was holding it when the murder was discovered. So the victim was clubbed to death with this, huh? That's funny. There's no blood on it as far as I can tell. Maybe it was wiped off in an attempt to tamper with the evidence. There was definitely a luminol reaction, and it matches up with the shape of the injury, so it's gotta be the murder weapon. What a funny-looking clock. They call it the Timekeeper. The idea is that it's a time machine. Every time the couple sees it, it'll bring them back to the memory of their wedding day. Time machine, huh? Come to think of it, Ellen said her pendant was part of a time machine. I wonder how the secret mechanism in this thing works. The suspect never had any family or relatives to depend on, so she was working as a live-in maid for the Sprocket family to support herself. So as a maid, So a maid with no family or fortune was set to marry the president's son, huh? Guess it's not surprising that ruffled a feather or two. Yes, apparently the groom's parents and all his other relatives were strongly opposed. That didn't stop the young couple from deciding to go ahead with their wedding. Love flourishes in the face of adversity! Oh, is that how it works? Yup, if you ever have any questions about love, just ask me. I'm a qualified expert. I spent all of my spare time in Korea watching soap operas on TV. I'm not sure that's enough to make you a qualified anything, Maya. Oh, and by the way, I heard the suspect faced her fair share of harassment too. And from the sound of it, it got pretty ugly for her. So even though this incident could cause a huge scandal for the company, it might be a boon for those who opposed their marriage to begin with. After all, with Ellen's arrest and everything, the marriage is most definitely off now. Give me just a second. It's a quote I'm trying to remember. Something about art being plagiarism. Like all art is, in a sense, plagiarism because you're drawing inspiration from that which has come before. You know? That's a good quote. Maybe it was writing. Maybe it was specifically a quote about writing. I don't remember. Ugh. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I just got the most horrendous tickle in my nose. Oh, that sucked. Ugh. Yeah. It's a real open and shut case. Well, I think it's safe to say we will not be finishing this case tonight. Honestly, truly, if it's a full 2-day trial cycle, that presumably also means 2 days of investigation. Which means this is a whole ass case.
Which means it's probably gonna take 2 streams, isn't it? I can never be free. Oh, I can never be free. I can never be free. I want off Mr. Wright's wild ride. Uh... Yeah, definitely. I do have them. Well, I think I got the Great Ace collection on sale recently, but I don't have investigations yet. Well, but I've seen a playthrough of Ghost Trick, and I don't remember. And I don't think I would remember all the the puzzles and shit, but I remember the story well enough to not be surprised. So. I also kind of want the boss to play Ghost Trick. I wouldn't say it's outside of my wheelhouse. I've never had any particular interest in them. The extent of my knowledge about Deus Ex is, that thing I mentioned in an earlier stream, where there was that one boss fight that was, impossible if you were doing a stealth build, and that they fixed it for a remake so that it's more viable. I know that in one of the more recent ones, you can, grab guys through walls or something, or, explode the wall, I don't know. And, the only other thing I know about Deus Ex is, I never asked for this. Noted. I can look into it. Interesting. I've also never played BioShock, although I do have at least the first 2. I don't know if I have Infinite. But I haven't played any of them, but I do know the twist. Transhumanism. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Because I am hungry. I haven't eaten dinner yet. So I am hungry. But, and I'm considering going and heating up my dinner. The voice is... It could be better. It could be better. And that's the thing, is that I was considering, like, going and heating up my dinner. But then, even if I did eat my dinner, there's no guarantee that I would continue playing after I eat. Let me do this real quick. I just, I don't know, take a look at this thing.
It's a hot air balloon, a symbol of humanity's ambition to take to the skies. It's kind of a romantic notion, don't you think? Yeah, but I just noticed it doesn't seem to be tied up to the ceiling all that well. I'm sure it's fine.
Please don't let it fall on my head. The orange cat. That's true. Ooh. Kind of isn't. Tied up all that well, that it. True. Palace spot. Oh, Emma's happy now. Yay. I think the fact that I've been sitting here this long contemplating it is a sign. I think it's a sign. I think it's a sign that it's time for me to stop today. Yeah. Bit short today, but that's fine. Had a long week. My stomach was feeling oogie earlier today. I was being very brave about it. But excuse you, I'm 5'5". What are you trying to say, huh? Huh? Hang on, can I, like... Yeah. Yeah, what are you trying to say? I'm trying to make it look like my hands are on my hips. Like, huh? What's that supposed to mean? But it's not really doing what I want. Well? Rawr, rawr, rawr. Oh, yeah. Rawr. Hmm. Well? That's true, they do. I suppose that's it for the year. Unless I decide to do something spontaneous and exciting before the year is out. Or if I'm invited to do something. The boss wants to play Outbreak or something. Like last year. Dunno. But do not currently have any plans to do anything like that, and as such, I'll bid you adieu until the new year. I thank you all for being here, not only tonight, but for this past year. I appreciate it a whole lot. I really, really do. It makes me very happy to come hang out here on Saturday nights. And to all relax and laugh together. Yeah, it's a good corner I have here. Oh, it occurred to me the other day that I was so preoccupied with something or other that, I forgot to put up my Christmas lights. Ooh-ah! And I forgot to activate the Christmas background. Christmas! Skycrim. I'll leave the lights up for now. But yeah. Barring any illegal weekday streams, I will see you all in 2025. See you on the other side. I have heard that as well. I am vaguely interested in it, but I don't know. Don't know. Anyway, yes, have a good new year. A happy new... Oh, that's cute. That's cute the pup time did that. That's very cute. A very happy new year. And thank you again. Yes. See you on the other side.